Time to make it rain. I'm a bit surprised he doesn't come out on Frost, but comes out here 7-2 in Pro League. Not as flashy in his PvZ, not as well known in his PvZ as some of these other players, but his record, you know, over a long period of time has been pretty good, pretty consistent.
Yeah. And I mean, looking at this map, I think this suits his style perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this is a rain map, if any map. It's either Frost or King Sejong. He's going to play this very slow, very carefully, very defensive Protoss, and loves to go to the late game. And I think it's exactly what we're going to see. We're going to see True try and pick him apart, though, with True's very aggressive style. He had a great Muta switch last game. It's going to be very interesting what he's got planned on King Sejong.
I'm worried, man, for Rain. I mean, this guy is really good. He's really safe. Maybe he does well against True's style, but True is showing some, like, unheard of PvZ right now. He's taking ZVP rather. He's taken out so many big names so far, like Classic and Zest, and you can see his style when he plays. It's like looks so beautiful.
Yeah. I'm absolutely loving his ZVP for sure. Definitely knows it inside and out. Playing such a smart game.
Well, guys, here we go. Let's see if Rain can tie things up, or if the reign of terror, the streak coming out here for True, will continue on King Sejong Station.
Down here in the bottom right, it's Rain for SK Telecom.
The Archangel Protoss. And up to the top left, in green for JINAIR. It's True. Making some impressive wins so far already, back-to-back. Can he get a third one? Pretty terrifying right now, like you said, Brendan. You know, he's beaten some really good Protosses. Protosses who have been doing consistently better than Rain overall, in general, especially in individual leagues. But Rain, clearly prepared for this type of situation. Also, will play a very different game here. I think Rain, even though a lot of players like to take a fast third base on this map without doing Phoenixes, I think he's still going to do the Phoenixes. Yeah,
I think so too. Phoenixes are great on this map, considering it gives you complete map control, gives you all the scouting you ever want, and it's a great transition into a third base, into Colossi. And it's definitely Rain's style. I don't know if we'll see anything else. It kind of depends on where the Overlords are, and if you can sneak out an Oracle or not, which is another way to kind of go about it. Yeah. And I think we'll actually see a Nexus first, unless this drone is actually going to cause some problems.
I also want to mention, by the way, the GG girls for SKT, their names are Yunji and Jisung. So those are their earlier. So.
Oh, okay.
They're cute too, man. They're the cuties.
Yeah.
They are.
I'm a big fan.
Big fan. I heard that you had a real vocal connection with one of them. Brendan.
Yeah, today they actually said hello to me. I was waiting outside the studio for Moon.
In English or Korean?
In Korean.
Oh.
So you could say things are getting pretty serious.
Yeah, actually they're getting pretty serious. Things are getting pretty serious right here.
What?
Oh no, hatch block.
That is cute. I like that. He's going to send down enough probes to kind of get it canceled. It won't actually finish with this many probes. It'll have to be canceled. And I'm thinking we'll probably see an evolution chamber after this, just to buy a little bit more time.
It's going to have to be on point to do that, though.
Yeah, so fast. Immediately. So fast. I like this. And he's going to have to cancel this eventually, too. But he creates a lot of time, and that hatchery's gone down. But at the same time, we saw a gateway go down for Rain, so obviously not missing a beat here. Not going to build up his minerals or anything like that. He's going to spend what he can when he has to.
Oh! He's trying to get it down again. Oh my god, he's almost getting it too.
2 probes is going to be pretty tough. Oh! Nexus gets planted.
Wow. Oh my god.
Wow.
He was microing so much that he actually like built up 400 minerals. Yeah. Finally makes his spawning pool back at home and a bunch of drones, but still supply blocked here.
Yeah, awesome time there for sure.
Bit annoying for him.
Going into 3 bases now. You know, Gas's 3 base, very standard against kind of like a Nexus first opening. Though it wasn't really a Nexus first opening, it was a delayed Nexus opening, and this is perfect follow-up from True. Definitely going to have the economic advantage, even though he got supply blocked for a little while. And going into a pretty quick Gas, which is what I like a lot. It's going to give him a map control a little bit earlier with Speedling. and a lot better scouting and a lot better sort of way of figuring out if there's going to be any sort of timing and stopping that timing.
Even freed up a supply for him to make one more drone too during all that while his Overlord was making. I know that's not that significant, but let's get that extra drone off of that.
It helps a lot.
It helps, man.
Yeah.
Feels good.
And we could also see Zergling's counsel the third base. You know, Zergling pressure on the third is also very important on this map, considering how easy it is to get that third base down, even for Protoss. So I really appreciate and I really like the fast Zergling speed. I think it's very important.
I think we're going to see a Stargate here in a moment. I'm still fairly confident in that. If he does just do a very fast third like we saw earlier, it could be possible.
Oh.
JINAIR Green Wings fans here. You're on TV.
Her search said really mermaid.
Really mermaid?
I think so.
Interesting.
Well, maybe she's actually really a mermaid.
I guess.
That's not a tight wall there.
No, I'm pretty sure Zerglings can get through there. So you might have to put down an extra pylon or something. We do see Zergling speed started. You see a lot of saturation. And yeah, we actually haven't seen the tech for Rain just yet, but with this forge, we might see an early +1 kind of into a fast third base with maybe like 4 gateways. Very safe way to play it, kind of the same way Classic did. Maybe they're sharing styles here, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, definitely a possibility. I mean, teammates.
No. Builds up a lot of gas, and he actually starts another sentry and +1. So no Stargate just yet.
This is very Classic-esque sort of build that we saw exactly the same last game.
Yeah, it's really good for the map.
I actually like it a lot for this map too, because all you really need is force fields to take a third base on this map.
Yeah. I really just thought Rain was going to change it up, play something different, but it's not a bad choice. Gases are scouted by the Overlord, and here come the gates once this one is killed. It's sloppy to lose that one like that, I think. I mean, I guess he was trying to fight if there was a Stargate or not, but he already saw the Forge, so...
Saw the Forge researching, he also saw 3 sentries, so I mean, at that point, it's a lot of gas.
It's a pretty late Stargate.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of gas. It could also be like a Robo. It could be like some sort of weird, like, Immortal all-in on this map, which is very rare and kind of unheard of for a reason, considering the rush distance is so long.
Yeah.
But, you know, you gotta be safe.
With it against Roro.
You gotta be safe. You gotta... It could even be a Warp Prism with the sentries. You gotta know these things, or it could just kill you.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, here's the third base. He's got already 3 sentries up to hold that. And he's going to be building more and more.
On the wall that cannon off. So basically identical builds here. And he's got that pressure that he can use. It's a little bit tougher to use on this map because, like you said, multiple times it's a very long rest distance by ground. So when he wants to move across to those sentries and be a bit aggressive, it's going to take a little bit longer. Considering the state of things in this game, so you might actually see that Roach Spawn with the sentries and say, you know what, I don't even want to move over there. I need to actually get set up to the fan and don't want anything bad to happen.
He's actually going up to a pretty high number of gates here. He's going to go up to 7 in total.
Yeah, you know what, we could even see an empty third kind of mass gateway all-in at this point. We don't really see Blink being researched or anything.
Probes.
Yeah, it's going to be +1 gateway all-in.
He could even cancel the Nexus. I mean, I don't think he will, but I mean, he could potentially if he's really going to commit to this like an all-in.
Yeah, well, it doesn't even have to be an all-in at this point. If he kills the third base, if he kills this third hatchery and just goes home, recalls home, saturates the third base, goes into Colossus tech or something and follows it up, it could definitely work.
He turns around, he wants to fight the Zerglings knowing they don't have speed and picks off, it looks like maybe 2 of those, at least 1. Stalker here gets trapped, but doesn't matter. He's like very happy to trade these. There's already more forward pylons closer to that hatchery, so he's not really worried about losing this one. And he's got so many extra pylons, so he's not concerned about supply block either. He's got exactly what he needs here. 10 sentries, 6 stalkers. A few roaches are on the way, and Zergling Speed's about to finish. Roach Speed, on the other hand, not quite ready yet. And let's see. They're actually going to even queue up more pylons right on top of the creep here. And there's so many sentries. This is going to be the game-deciding moment potentially here. Those force fields are insane!
Those force fields block out so much of the army, and a huge time warp on those units as well. Getting kind of trapped one of the sentries in there, but he will be okay. He's going to be warping in a ton more units with those 7 gates, but still a lot on the way here for Drew. He's got more roaches, more lings. He's got roach speed done as well, and he comes from both sides with the drones as well.
Yeah, both sides of the drones, but Lings are getting in at the back a little bit, and those roaches are doing some damage here. There's a few more warpins.
Though is so good at the top, at the left as well. Finally, they break through on the right side, though. Is it too many roaches?
He needs to recall out of here. He's losing too much
as well.
He doesn't have any energy. He doesn't have the energy for a recall. And Drew holds, and that's going to be game.
That's game. That's a beautiful hold. He started making roaches early enough. He had link speed early enough. He shut down all the pylons. He read that it was going to be an empty third base all in, and he reacted perfectly. True is so good at this matchup.
Yeah. And now he's going to come over here, actually find a run-by location, maybe Roach counterattack. And by the way, he's not going to make any more gas units until that Spire is done, and that's when he's going to unleash hell if Rain survives that far, man. There's going to be 10-plus mutas coming down the pipe. Starts a 4th base as well, knowing there's no way that Rain could touch it. And this is actually, I think, too many Roaches. I don't think he's going to have enough. He's got no Mothership Core to support this either. GG!
Insane. Do not put a Protoss against True ever again. He beat the best Protosses in the world. Rain, Classic. Oh my god.
This gives a nice bow. This guy deserves so much praise right now. He's making this game for JINAIR right now. He's won 3 in a row. Only needs to beat 1 more player, and still JINAIR has 3 more players to make.
Sulky, it has to be Sulky.
Yeah,
it has to be Sulky. No other player can do this, in my opinion. No one else.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, looking at that roster, there is no one else to use. All their best players have essentially gone down at this point, and it's up to Sulky, the big boss. One of the most consistent Zergs, also maybe kind of shadowed by Su, but still, he's top of the line. He's up there, and he's got to make it work, and he can against these players.
Talk about other possibilities. Parting, they've used him in as a last player before in playoffs, in fact. Keep that in mind. He did not succeed against Zest. He was the last player to fall. We have Dark. Dark in his EBZ. Can he win the rest of the games? Probably unlikely. Fantasy, no way. Bravo and Soxry, I don't think so. So, for me, I think it's got to be Sulky here. If they use Parting, they better have a very good reason why. Because I don't think it's smart to send out, first of all, another Protoss, and then can Parting actually win against all these players? You know, can he actually get those consecutive wins he needs beyond this?
Yeah, that's the big thing here. You need someone to take down True, but then you also need someone for SOS and, possibly Rogue after that. Maybe even Cure if he's got something prepared for Sulky, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, looking at,
for Parting even,
Yeah, Parting, he's a great player for sure. He's definitely up there. But I mean, when I think of Parting and when I think of Sulky, I still think they're on different levels. And Sulky has proven himself time and time again, even against these players that he's up against.
Yeah.
Well, the JINAIR coach really, really stressed he wants this win. It's so, so important.
It's so important. There's so much money on the line, those points that move him ahead of KT. And SKT coach, they can take a sip of water, man.
No, man, that's Bakari Sweat.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't even see. Yeah, just take a sip of that magic water.
Yeah.
And even Boxer looking a little bit stressed. You can see his head down there at the very bottom of the screen. It's now gone, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, for Uv, Boxer is his mentor, and he's losing. His team is losing in front of his mentor. He's feeling ashamed right now. He has to bring it back. Whoever he chooses has to win.
They have to win, man. There's no other choice. It's the very last life